few years and I miss you, baby. Trying to see where you at, been thinking about me lately. I got a few things on my mind.
Okay, you know what? Let's just go with it. I be trying to get in these perfect positions and like try to. Maybe like this is a little better. Anyway, let's talk, child. Let's talk. I realized that I did not know what self-care really was. I didn't know self-care involves you to be present. I didn't know that self-care requires you to know something about yourself that you actually acknowledge. Because a lot of times we get so good at shunning things out and trying to forget that we lie to ourselves. And the reason that we lie to ourselves may also be a reason why we can't be honest with nobody else. Because it starts from within. So sometimes your trust issues is not issues with other people, it's issues with yourself. It's almost like I'm hearing in my head, stop looking at yourself and let the world look at you. Allow the world to see how beautiful you are. Self-care is knowing you and mastering you so you can rule the day. Knowing you and mastering you so you can get yourself together and put on a little bit of makeup. Yeah, you pretty. Yeah, you got good skin. We need more. The people need more. And you need more. You deserve to not always only get your makeup done just because you're going somewhere fancy. Honey, how about I'm getting my makeup done because today Tuesday? How about I'm wearing my waist shaper because I do want to be comfortable with my own appearance. I want to be comfortable when I go out and put on clothes. I want to feel good about myself. You know, in this society, everybody is perfect. Everybody looks perfect. Got the perfect teeth, got the perfect hourglass shape, just everything. And in the world where perfection isn't real, what's real that can turn into perfection? Oh! And I feel like it goes back to the quote where you see the old people saying, God can't bless who you pretend to be. God cannot bless who you pretend to be, baby. You don't even know who you are. And guess what that means? That means that you probably praying the wrong prayers because you don't even know. Come on, hold on for a second. Can I pour into you? You don't even know how beautiful you are. You don't even know your worth. You don't even know the queen you are inside. You don't even know all there is to do with your name on it, honey. You don't even know how God took his time when he made you. You don't know that you're God's beloved. You're his daughter. You don't even know that God will part seas for you. He will move mountains for you. He will do the impossible for you. You don't even know the magnitude of not only who you are, but the calling that's on your life. You don't even know how peculiar God made you and your identity to know that nobody can't do what you do, how you do, when you do what you do, because nobody can't say it like you. Nobody can't look like you. Nobody ain't got that swag like you. They don't laugh like you, baby. They don't walk like you. They don't talk like you. Nobody can do what you do. God's got a promise with your name on it. And I know you ain't up here fumbling the bag. This is what I think about. This is how I have to talk to myself. I heard something that said, if how you talk to yourself was a friend, what type of friend would you be to yourself? And I don't know about you, but baby, she would have to get the boot. Like after a minute, yeah, you got to go. You got to go. You leeching. I don't need that. I don't need that in my ear. I don't think that I have had that real knowledge of just who I am, more self-care, or dug deep enough to figure out what was God hiding. What was God's special ingredient? What was the reason he parted the sea? What was the reason he chose somebody like me, like you? Child, so listen, I had to get into it, and I think with me getting into it, I found, oh, come on, somebody, I found my resting place. I found my resting place. I did. I found my resting place. It's something, and then when you get it, it's like, dang. I know it wasn't easy to get here, but boy, if everybody could just be on their journey, life wouldn't be so bad. Learn to be in the flow, and until you can master the flow, and that doesn't mean mastering God. That means master who God has created you to be. Be the master of yourself so you could stop playing with yourself. So you could eliminate all that don't matter, all that don't need to be there, all the things that you've been needed to cut off, but you just haven't for whatever reason. I don't know whether you overextending yourself, you being too nice. It could be any of the above, but this is the time. You got to master yourself so you know yourself, so you know what you can do, you know what you can't do, you know what you're going to do, you know what you don't want to do, and you know things that you need to do, even if you don't want to do them. You could, just put stuff in its categories. You could start getting your stuff together. I never really knew that to the magnitude of this, what I'm saying. So, yeah, I got to tell somebody so you won't think you're alone. Like, nowadays in society, too many people think they're alone. They feel alone by themselves. And what the enemy try to do, he try to separate you. And when you alone, guess what? You don't have nobody sitting there to tell you, girl, cut it out. Girl, ooh, why you talking like that? You don't love yourself. You don't have nobody to tell you this stuff because you done separated yourself. Get it together. Get it together. We smart. We soldiers in the army. Come on, we got to talk this thing. Got to sit down now. We got to figure out some stuff. We got to rearrange some stuff. And whatever we got to rearrange or, sort through, that's what we going to do. That's what we're going to do. Sometimes, even when I was small, I never really felt like I had anybody to really talk to. And so now I realize that everything that I have been through in my life, whether good, bad, or indifferent, however I felt about it, I realized it had to be that way because that was a part of my calling. If I didn't know how it felt to be hurt, alone, depressed, suicidal, scared, fearful, just not even there, sometimes I would not know how to speak to you. I wouldn't know how to connect with you, know how to get down on your level and talk your language. You don't want somebody who can sit here and point the finger and tell you all the things you need to do, should do, but they ain't never been through it, they ain't never done it, and they ain't even upgrade from it. Like, they're not even above, they're not doing no better than what you're really doing right now. You need somebody who able to talk to you on your level because they know what you've been through. I know this also, but I just gotta say it's point about me. It was a rapper the other day that my dude was listening to, and he say, ain't no mystery in my history. You hear me? I can't help it. I make everything about God. Like, everything stems back to the Bible. So it ain't no mystery in his history. It's a reason. He's done it before. He could do it again. He rained down blessings before. He did miracles before. You ain't asking for nothing that back in the day ain't asked for it. He did it before. He's been in the game. He got skin in the game. He got skin in the game. Everything is new. Everything is new. I just do as I'm told. Come on here and speak. I just give you what I got. But I did want to look in the Bible, for something to tie this all together. Daniel chapter 8. Daniel's vision of the ram and the goat. You know how they always just say God got a ram in the bush? Your ram in the bush is your how. Oh God, I'm praying for this thing, but I don't see how it's gonna happen. Oh God, I'm praying for this thing and I trust you and I believe you and I know you're a God that can. But how you gonna pull this off? I ain't got nothing in the bank. How are you going to make this happen, God? And because of you talking and talking and talking, baby, sometimes you just got to be quiet and watch the teacher teach. Watch the master at work. So you can learn something. You too busy asking questions during the movie. I'm sorry, and I don't know about any of y'all, but I don't like to sit with people who be asking too many questions during the movie. Like, shut up and let the movie play. He is the author and the finisher of our faith, honey. He who begun a great work in me. A great work in me. You got to remember what you know. You got to know what you know. What do you know? What are you anchored in? What are you 10 toes on? What are you standing firm on? What are you sure about? God has the how, and God knows when. When you get the time to read Daniel 8, it's Daniel's vision of the ram and the goat. That's just letting me know right there. I ain't even gotta go deep into it. I ain't even gonna read it to you. Read it for yourself if you want to know, okay? And see what God tells you through reading the text. That's building a relationship. Baby steps, boo. You ain't got to be on nobody else's level. Baby steps. Baby steps. Start small. Focus on you a scripture a day if you can. Start. It's just about starting. All you doing is pushing back your finish line. You could have been done, but you've been playing, and I ain't even gonna get on you on that. Go ahead and start. And start with you. Start loving yourself more. Start studying yourself. Start having self-care. And we're talking real self-care though. Do things that really spark an interest in you. Do things that really fulfill you. Do things that really just make you smile. When is the last time you smiled? Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead on because y'all know I could be sitting up here and baby, my thing says 17 minutes. Ooh, child, I gotta edit this down. Smile, baby.